Hi, I'm Andy Ho from the Farm Bureau, and this segment of the Ag in the Classroom, we're going to go over the parts of a seed. You will have a handout like this, which represents the seed, and this will be an exercise that you would do identifying the parts of the seed. So going back to the coconut, this is very similar to the coconut. You have out here the husk. The seed coat is the hard shell. And then what's inside the coconut? The coconut meat, the coconut water, that would be in here. And what is this little leaf in here? That is the embryo, kind of a big word, but that is the growing point of the seed. And so if we go through the parts of the seed, they would be called, let's see if I can find the husk. Husk. So we would have the husk, the seed coat, food storage, and the embryo. So why doesn't the coconut break when it falls from the tree? It has the husk that will absorb the impact. And what holds all of the water and the food together? The seed coat. So if the coconut falls from the tree, hits the ground, and it breaks the seed coat, what will happen to the food and the water? It would all come out. And what would happen to the seed? The seed would die. So we have the husk to absorb the fall, and as long as the shell does not break, then we have the coconut that will sprout. So the different parts again are the husk, the seed coat, the food, and the embryo. And there we have a seed that is viable to sprout. So what makes the seed sprout? What do you need to have? This is the plant cycle. And in the classroom, there will be a video showing the plant cycle of a seed, a bean seed, germinating. That's another big word. Germinating means to sprout. How many of you plant things in a garden? Can you just throw the seeds on the ground and they'll come out? Or do you have to dig a hole? How far do you dig the hole? That much? This much? This much? Probably a few inches, maybe about an inch. Put the seeds inside, and then will they sprout? If I want to plant pumpkins, will they sprout? Just put the seeds in the puka. You have to add water. That would trigger the seed to swell and to have the embryo swell and come out from the ground. So you have to add water. It'll start the seed to germinate. And is that all you need? If I put black plastic over the whole ground, will the seed come up? No, it needs the sun. So you would add water, seed would germinate, the sun will have it to have energy, and then your plant will come up. In the exercise, we will give you 3 cups with planting soil and cucumber seeds. And this will be an exercise. So these are the instructions that were given to the class, how to plant the seed, to water the seed, but most important, we've learned through industry and through working. I worked in the sugar plantation. Although I ran the factory, the farmers and all of us had to learn that if you don't measure, you do not manage. And that's a key thought. Like, you have to have some kind of guidelines to compare against. Did you do good or bad? If you don't measure, you cannot manage, you cannot say. So you will be expected to do a crop log, a minor one. When did you plant the seed? How much did you water? And if the seed is close enough to the clear plastic cup, you can see the seeds start to have roots and start to get swollen and start to come up. Then put it in the sun. You can measure the height. When did the seed start to come above the ground? How much did it come up? And measure how fast it grew. And so you have an idea. It should take you in about 7 days. You can see the seeds start to come up. And then hopefully you'll be able to take it home and plant it. Okay? That's what I have for this section. Thank you.